They decided, oh, hey, I can make TikToks out of this. Music is detected and may be suppressed. Shut up, Skype.
Fucking Skype.
I will play music if I want.
I'll suppress whatever I feel like. God damn it.
Yeah, like
Motherfuckers.
votes in the election.
Yeah. Wait.
Not it.
It's always been funny to me when people are talking about the voting system. I'm like, I have intimate knowledge of every facet of the voting system. From the moment you receive your ballot to the moment your ballot is counted, I know I have had my hand in every step of the process.
Yeah.
And I can say there's not a lot of room for fucking around in it.
Yeah, unless you're pulling some sort of deep cover shenanigans. I mean, like, there's got to be a way.
I mean, certainly there's a way, but I mean, that would be, it would take multiple, like, interstate collaboration. It's Occam's razor. What's more likely?
Right.
That everyone colluded to lie, or that it happened?
Right. Caress me down. That's gonna be stuck in my head for a minute.
God, what did I just watch?
The Office.
It was Smiling Friends. Have you ever watched that?
No.
It's meh. It has its moments, but they do this thing where the two main characters end up traveling to space, and they've been talking to a flat earther like the whole day. They're like, "No, man, you're crazy, dude!" Like the whole thing. Then they're coming back to Earth from space, and they look down and they see Earth as a flat plane, and they're like, "I mean, we can't tell anybody this, right? Like, we can't go telling people the Earth is flat. We'll sound crazy.
We can't not tell them."
Right? But they're like, it is the truth.
Caress me down.
Hello, Dave. What are you eating?
Tater salad.
But
Tater salad.
oh, got your butthole.
Yeah. What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
I don't know, but it made me laugh.
There are things like you'll send me and like I'll go. What the fuck?
The old slow burn laugh.
Well, it's like, you guys know, it's not. I don't wear this as like a point of pride or try to say like I'm cool or anything, but it's kind of hard. Like, unless I'm in the mood to laugh, it's difficult to make me laugh.
Right.
And so, like, when I laugh at something, I think that's kind of where That's Funny came from, because I wanted to acknowledge. Or did you start it?
Rob,
You started
it. Well, because we're all the same, where we will acknowledge something's funny, but also I'm not gonna bust a gut every time something slightly humorous happens.
I'm
like the opposite. Like, I find most things funny, even if they're not supposed to be funny.
You have a very quick trigger on your laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's bad.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God, that reminds me. I have something to talk about for the show.
Well, I have something that you'll both laugh at probably if I tell it right.
All right.
Yeah, I did get Robin pretty good. This isn't like a wait for the show worthy kind of thing, but we saw a mutual guy that we both know at the movie theaters, and then he's with a random black guy, and I just go, and I look at Robin, and he's like, "Oh yeah, so and so's he's just with some random black guy," and I look right at Robin and go, "What's up, brother?"
Brother.
And he said it quiet enough. I'm positive no one else heard it.
Right.
But I'm fucking laughing out loud at the fucking preview thing. I don't even think it was the previews. It was like, here's a picture of UCC. You could go to school here. Like,
oh man, it wasn't even Maria Menounos time.
No, it was, man. We don't get Maria Menounos. Menudos?
Menounos, I'm pretty sure.
Menudo? I like Menudo.
Man, she almost died like 5-10 years ago.
I know. What a bummer.
Well, she had like a brain tumor, And since
Not the
having that
tumor.
brain tumor is not a tumor,
She got
her
hotter.
ridiculous laugh has gone away, and she did get hotter.
Yeah, like I saw her like when I went and saw Deadpool.
Like
She
yep.
popped up on the screen. I'm like, "What's up, Maria Menounos? Where you been?" Like Jen and I have this ongoing thing with Maria Menounos, like always being excited to see her. But now it's like we're like, okay, Maria Menounos, we see what you're cooking with there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not peanut oil.
No, she's Latin, dude. She cooks with lard.
Oh man,
I remember I was at my friend Nicole's house, Dr. Nicole Hams. You may recall.
that was an odd time for the video feed to pause because you said Nick Hole's house. That's how it came out.
And that's really bad because Nicole is black. So she invited me over to her house for dinner one time. So of course I went, and she made fried chicken, and she like opens up the fridge and just grab this tub of lard, just scoops a big old thing of lard and slaps it slaps it into a cast iron pan, and I'm like, oh, this fried chicken is about to be good. It's about to be good.
It's gonna be zoppity.
Zoppity. Give me the ploppity.
I said that to Riv last week, and she was like, okay. Or no, it was when I was down at the tree farm the other day. I was doing something, and she kept fucking bugging me about getting on my Netflix, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't pay for it.
Right.
And it came out, bippity boppity, give me that zoppity, or something like that. And she's like, hog frockety, or something. I don't know. What?
Frockety.
I don't know what she said, but it was something silly. And she was like, I don't know what that means. I'm like, it's nonsense.
No one knows what it means.
But it's provocative. No, it's not. Gets the people going.
Dude, I had an Oreo sitting in my section last night at the ball game. Like, he referenced Blades of Glory. I'm like, I'm not sure if you're referencing Blades of Glory or you're referencing Gentlemen in Paris.
Gentlemen.
The U.S. men's basketball team right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
I'm saying, gentlemen, please.
That needs to be a shirt.
Gentlemen, please.
Writing it down.
Yep.
That's going in the list of shirts I haven't made but could. Oh my God, gentlemen, please. That's good.
One of my favorite things that I've been doing lately is whenever I'm at the store and like I want to go to the meat section, and with the kids, I'm like, all right, we need to go talk to the meat gentleman. Or then we head to the bakery and we need to see the bread lady or the bread gentleman.
Yeah.
Next time you go to the meat department, go, oh, let's go see a guy. I got to go see a man about a horse.
Women say that?
Every time I come, I produce a quart.
Gentlemen, please.
Gentlemen, please. MAN. Yeah. Do you remember that Damon Darling guy who like came up through the like is getting started in comedy and is like promoting his stuff on the Dudes?
Oh yeah.
Remember when like he started to try and argue with me when I was just trying to understand his comedy better?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I'd love to see your Type 5 instead of just a joke. Like, I'm not from Indiana. I didn't get that. You told a joke about being from Indiana. So, like, that's probably funny, but I didn't get it. And he's like, oh, you don't have to be from Indiana to get it. I'm like, okay. Like, I'd love to see your Type 5. He's like, I got a lot more than a Type 5. I'm like,
you got a tight butthole?
I'm like, okay, can I see it? Like, I like comedy, dude. Like, I'm here to...
Right.
Like, I want to study and like learn, and if you got something that I like, I want to learn from it.
Okay.
But I can't tell a joke about I can't relate to a joke about being black in Indiana.
I was born a poor black girl.
I was born a poor black child.
Just a small town boy.
Living in South Detroit. What if you did that? Could you reverse it?
Probably.
Just a city boy, born and raised in South Detroit. It took the midnight train going
Yeah, I think you could pretty much use that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're a city girl, born and raised in North Detroit.
Yeah. Born and raised in West Philadelphia.
West Philadelphia.
Thank you.
Born and raised.
Mm-hmm.
The other night, a few weeks back, we were doing karaoke, and I did the Humpty Dance, as I do. And so the place that we karaoke is called the Sunnydale. So naturally, I once got busy in the Sunnydale bathroom.
Yeah.
And I popped the entire bar. It was awesome.
That would do it.
I mean, that's really all you got to do as a musician is write a good song that references a city or town or state, but make the lyrics
moldable,
pliable enough that you can just fit anywhere you go, and then you've got a hit.
I love fucking bitches from Detroit. I love fucking bitches from Des Moines. I love
Saskatoon.
I love where I love Saskatoon bitches. I love Jacksonville bitches. I love Gainesville.
Truthful Timmy, the blowjob queen from Saskatoon.
Wait, what is that?
From Deadpool.
I don't recall that.
It's on there. It's on my notes.
Right.
The Honda Odyssey.
The Honda Odyssey fucks.
Yeah.
Hard.
that was one of the best. Like I loved all the fight scenes. We'll get into it.
Yep.
I was expecting a little more of Deadpool kills the universe. Like that's it, and it's partially my fault because I never watched previews, but that's kind of what I was expecting. And so when it wasn't that, I was like, wait a minute, what is going on here?
So you created your own trailer conundrum by having your own trailer in your own head.
Yep.
That is what happened.
I did it to myself.
He jaked it.
Dude, I jaked Serbia today.
You did.
Felt the Jake curse.
I heard.
Did Serbia win?
No.
Okay.
They were up like 90% of the game.
17.
Really? Who does Serbia have?
Jokic.
Okay. Yep.
And then like 4 other guys that play in the league.
Oh, but they
were unconscious today. They were just fucking hitting everything.
Yeah, both teams shot like 60% from 3.
Until the fourth quarter when we're like, all right, we're playing defense now. Like, fuck, could have done that like the first quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't because Steph was hitting everything. He had 17 points in the first 8 minutes.
Dude, Steph was amazing.
Yeah. He finished one off of the USA record. What?
I said that'll keep you in it.
It did.
Here's the evidence of the Jake curse. I just texted it to you.
It's just not down by. Morning raising sun Detroit.
That is quintessential Jake curse right there.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the Jake curse was dead because I got through a few games calling things in the third quarter and whatnot, and it lived on, and I was right. But apparently Serbia felt it.
Apparently.
Mm-hmm. I've never been on the news. I don't watch the news because I'm a kid. I get on after my grandpa watches the Powerball.
That was pretty good. The excessive mic was the key right there.
Exactly. I had to mic rape it.
It really got me. That's what got me.
Felt it in your loins.
Here's my notes. Xbox, Scrubfest, Deadpool, Shark Week, and the Olympics.
All right. I've got occurrences at the Ren Fair.
I seen them.
I never get my phone out. Like, I'll walk with my phone and see nothing, and then I'll put my phone away, and then it's just hot chick.
Yeah.
Like, grab my phone and be like, hey, turn around.
That clip I sent with the Billie Eilish playing in the background, like, I was like, man, I want to record this for somebody so they see it. But also, I don't want to be seen recording this. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing all of them. So somebody's going to be like, what is this guy recording?
Somebody's seeing me see this.
Yeah. I had my sunglasses on. I'm just like.
I've been wearing mirrored sunglasses to the Ren Fair. It has served me well. Because
I need to get more mirrored glasses.
I have to remember when I'm wearing my my light glasses, my brown ones.
Yeah.
You can see my eyes through.
You see them like clear as day.
Yeah, they're just like straight up like those are legitimately probably indoor outdoor glasses.
Yeah.
If you wore those indoors, nobody would give you a second glance.
Nope. I've worn them at the casino.
Well, casino is a casino. That you can do whatever you want in a casino. You can smoke in there.
There are no rules.
We can smoke in here.
We can smoke in here.
It's the Wild West.
Kinda.
Well,
I still
Indians,
follow
we
the
just need the
sunglasses
Cowboys.
rule. What's that?
I said there's the Indians. We just need the Cowboys.
Exactly. There was one day at the CDO class, I turned down the lights and the teacher came in and turned them up. I'm like, hey, dim those back. He's like, why? I'm like, because they hurt my eyes and wear sunglasses. I'm like, we're inside. I'm not at a funeral or a casino. So no. And he's like, I like that. All right, dim them.
The other time I'll occasionally wear sunglasses, but I always take them off when I'm speaking to a person. If I walk into the grocery store to get something, sometimes I just don't take them off.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like a casino. There's no clock. There's no map. Like you can get lost in there. There's one way in, one way out. Like
you lose a lot. You lose a lot of money.
They took the COVID arrows off the aisle, so I don't know where I'm going.
The only thing that pays out's the ATM.
Yeah, and even then, it still feels like you're losing.
Yeah, but once I get to the checker, I take my sunglasses off and I look them in the eye and I speak to them like a regular person.
Did you see that thing on TikTok where some people had figured out that if you scan certain things at Walmart and then removed them, it gave you the money for them? Like there was a Walmart, I can't remember if it was Texas or Oklahoma, somewhere in the South, where they'd lost like $250,000 at their Walmarts.
Holy shit!
And they finally caught one of them.
The old self-checkout exploit.
Yep. Well, I mean, it's just a matter of time. They fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give us self-checkout. We're not mature enough.
We're not mature enough, and we don't work here.
Yep.
You know, if you're gonna make me work here, it's an employee discount.
I generally get that discount anyway.
When Valley Village, I don't fucking work here, and you didn't pay anything for this, so
yeah. You're getting what you paid for it.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Like I said, man, it's crazy. Sometimes things just don't ring up. I gotta try.
Yeah. If I scan something twice and it doesn't go in, that's mine.
Yep.
Oh, that was free.
Oh, sorry.
I tried.
Or if there's no tag on it, it's just going in my pocket.
It just walks out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, you can't pay for that here. All right.
All right. I guess I won't.
Big gulps, huh?
No, you don't pay for that here. Okay.
I hate when they're like, sometimes they're like, we can't sell this, there's no price tag. Like, we'll put one on there, motherfucker.
Yeah, fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I talk to the manager?
Can I talk?
It's for the price of on the house.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking Italian.
Oh, that dude that did the Sopranos impressions was pretty fucking good.
His Tony was really fucking good.
He starts it, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's not bad. And then he just keeps going, guy after guy. And I was like, oh.
And he had their physical mannerisms down, too.
Right?
Like, when Junior comes in, he's like...
I'll see if I can find it.
I'm sure it's not far down our...
That's a show I need to keep... I keep losing interest in it.
Yeah.
But I'm always like, man, I really need to watch this show.
I'm like halfway through season 1 and I forgot, so I need to start over.
Yeah, see, I've started Sopranos like 5 times. And I get to about the same area 5 or 6 episodes in, and then I forget about it.
Forget about it.
Hey, forget about it, huh?
I was waiting.
And then I forget about it. I'm gonna see if I can find that. Wait, I want to go back to that one first.
We can't hear what you're dancing to.
Kung Fu Grip. What?
Kung Fu Grip?
You don't know about the G.I. Joe Kung Fu Grip?
Oh, caress me down.
And that's that loving sound.
Oh, hey, she's hot.
Oh my God. I can't even, I'm not even going to try. Oh, why am I saving it? Cancel. I don't need to save it. I can just send it.
Oh, caress me down.
I downloaded that. Nah, 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 nah. Didn't say the words. So we going to the Fur on Saturday, Dave?
Yeah, that works for me. I get off work at 5.
Okay. I have a ticket and I'm not using one tomorrow, but I'm going because it's
All right.
dress a veggie day. So I'll go Saturday and figure something out for Riv. She can stay here.
Yeah, how many times you've taken her that way?
Well, this will be twice tomorrow.
Twice. Yeah.
Yeah. That's enough fare.
Yeah. Now we're going to adult fair.
I found it.
That
Yeah.
makes it sound weird.
Thought her opponent didn't have lady parts.
Oh, I just sent it to both of you.
Well,
Oh.
seems a little transphobic to me. I don't fucking. It's a full fucking transvestigation.
Like
On a
this doesn't
work
even.
stage. And she's
It
one of
sounds
us.
like it's them.
It's a fucking disgrace.
She even
Never
does the
saying that
breathing.
she's trans.
Yeah.
Whole fucking time I thought she was Algerian. You heard what I said, Tone? I said, Holy, not now. It's fucking serious. What the fuck are you guys talking about? Jesus. Gee, when the fuck were you gonna tell me your uncle was here? He mopes around all fucking day long. I don't say anything anymore. We're talking about that Italian fighter that backed out of the fight with her opponent. She thought she was trans or some shit. No. All I know is she doesn't have the makings of a varsity athlete. She's fucking Italian. Jesus fucking Christ. It's a fucking embarrassment. Gee, baby.
Tony is so good.
The way he goes from one phrase to the next is spot on.
Yeah.
It's a fucking embarrassment.
Hey, look at that guy.
That's Vance. Vance is in there.
I
Cool.
died so much. I'm Vance Poole. Vance has a direct line to my funny bone.
Yeah.
Baby knife.
Oh, that would have been good.
Baby Vance. Now there
Hmm.
needs to be a multiverse of Vance Pools.
Right? I was just thinking of that.
Can I be short arm samurai Vance?
Vance with the hat on. And a samurai sword. We need hot Pool or hot Vance.
I don't know if there can be.
Lady Vance.
Lady
Vance would be cool.
What if we got a fat chick to be Lady Vance?
You know who Trailer Park Tammy is?
Do I know? Is this like a thing, or
Yeah.
someone from Myrtle Creek?
No, she's
Is this
she's
one
a
of those
thing.
jokes from Indiana?
No. I'll find her and I'll send.
I got the internet. Oh, I failed my test again. You know why?
Because you didn't have spaces?
Because I used the letter X and not the multiplication symbol on the table.
This fucking...
I'm so annoyed. Oh yeah, I've seen her. She cleans up nice.
She's fucking hilarious.
Like
She
I-
has these videos where she's breaking in the door, and then like her husband Donnie, she's like, Donnie, did you eat my last Cheetos? and then you hear Donnie say, did you fuck my boss last Christmas party? And she goes, oh, okay, yep, and he just like walks out.
Yeah, she definitely can play into it, but like I've got conflicting images here. Like I've got a smoky eye look with some crinkle fry looking hair.
Mhm.
I got some big titty cleavage over here. I've got some nice looking hair. Then I got just a bunch of trash.
Right?
It's like trash. Oh, look at me. I'm actually kind of cute. If your whole gimmick is being Trailer Park Tammy, there should be no images of you looking attractive.
Probably.
It's like Larry the Cable Guy before he became Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah. He was Larry the Cable Guy until he decided to stop being Larry the Cable Guy.
Is he no longer Larry the Cable Guy now?
Well, no, but like you've heard him without his accent that he uses, I'm sure.
Yeah, he's a fraud.
No, he's a character.
It's like
Yeah.
It's like the surprisingly British thing we do during the Oscars or
Oh yeah.
Surprising accent.
Yeah, surprising accent. Like I don't know how many seasons of The Walking Dead I watched before I figured out that Rick is Australian.
Yeah, it took me until after the Coral thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
That was a tricky one. I was
Mhm.
like, what? But then like Lauren Cohen, I was like, you're not from America.
Yeah.
You know, the one that gets me is Hugh Laurie when he was House.
Yeah.
I never knew he was British.
Yeah. Didn't know that one.
The only reason I knew he was British is because of the show Blackadder, and I'd seen him on that before, so I knew that he was British, but like very, very good American accent.
Mhm.
Yeah. There's some of them that have really, really good American accents.
No.
Like Isla Fisher was one I didn't know she wasn't from America.
Idris Elba.
Yeah.
He's got a good American accent.
Mhm.
Does he?
I think
Yeah.
so.
But he's still way better when he's not doing it. Like if he does his regular accent.
Now I got to see if I can find him. Because like I can picture him on The Office, and I didn't think that was very good.
You didn't think he sounded American on as Charles?
I heard very much British, regular ass, whatever his name is. I forgot his name now.
Idris Elba.
Jesus Christ. That guy.
Idris Elba.
No, yeah, he's
different. Not
Idris Elba.
Not black, Jewish.
I was gonna say on the opposite side, Benedict Cumberbatch. I was like, there's no way that guy's American.
Yeah.
I was like, have you seen his name?
Other than his name, his American is pretty good.
Yeah, it is. But I'm
Christian
just saying,
Bale.
knowing his name, I was like, there's no way that's his real accent.
Right.
Christian Bale has a good American accent.
Mm-hmm. Where is she? See?
Good job, Dave. He sounded just like Batman. That's Bat Dave.
That was my Christian Bale impression.
Why did you say that name?
What was that one clip where Christian Bale's losing, like freaks out?
Oh yeah, real good, real professional. Yeah.
Yeah.
On what?
Like Christian Bale just absolutely loses it on like a sound guy.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, good.
Oh,
that
good
was when I
for
learned
you.
he wasn't American.
Okay, that's how you figured it out.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Batman got an accent.
No, you're an amateur, man. You're an amateur.
I don't think I knew Heath Ledger was not American because he had only played stuff that seemed like he was supposed to be American.
Except for A Knight's Tale.
Yeah, I was gonna say first thing I saw him in was A Knight's Tale.
Right.
But then I thought it was an English accent that he was putting on.
Yeah, I was like, man, that's a
what
really
I
bad
thought.
English accent. No, it turns out he has an accent.
Yeah. Like Don Cheadle when he played on Ocean's 11, I was like, that's not very good.
Yeah.
Oh, leave it out.
It fits the character.
You tosser. No, it does.
It does.
Like I'm not bitching. I love it. I love the character.
Mm-hmm. But his accent was very much someone that doesn't have an accent pretending to have an accent.
Right. And then there's some Americans that do good British accents too, and you're like, oh, that's pretty fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hardy, is he
British?
Yeah.
See, and that was another one I didn't know.
Yes.
Until I saw an interview with him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, what? No way.
No way.
What happened to that guy? TikTok.
He faded into obscurity.
Yeah, just like most. No, the what? No way guy.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Like he probably got demonetized on something and said fuck it.
He wouldn't weighed himself out of it.
Yeah, he's like, what?
No way.
And then he just went back to his regular job.
Being a mechanic, it looked like. All right, man.
Hi.
You ready for Good Ass Show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, here we are. We're back again. It's another edition. It's another episode of my show. And for once, he didn't say that he was black again. It's Dave.
Hey, folks, we're black again for the show.
What's up, brother?
What's up, brother? After taking a week off because of sickness and sadness.
I wasn't sad. I was pissed.
Yeah, but sickness and pissed off doesn't sound the same. We need alliteration.
Sickness and fury. Yeah, sickness and sadness is better.
Rolls off the tongue. It rolls off the tongue. And speaking of rolling off the tongue, it's Robin.
What's up, ladies? I got a tongue.
He's rolling.
Yeah.
Wait.
No, that would be cool. I still haven't done that. I don't do drugs anymore.
You don't do drugs any less.
Well, I just don't have any. That's really the only reason. Bringing it back around.
Circle jerk. Circle jerk.
The guy who tells us things
jerk.
that we forget about because they happened so long ago. Hoop Snake Jake.
Touching the tips touched.
I nailed it.
He did.
I seen it.
First time.
I seen
Back.
it, and I got a little moist.
It's me, one take Jake, back
Like
in
a
the
puddle
saddle
down there.
again. What?
Huh?
Huh? Huh?
It's like the South Sudan in my panties right now.
Well, you're gonna lose by one in replay and then get blown out. Oh, cool.
That works.
Hey,
Hold on.
that's why they call him Old Dave South Sudan Deaton.
It checks out.
No, don't give him any names that have a SS in them.
Yeah, that's probably fair.
Yeah. He's like,
Wait a minute, hold on. So we want to talk about a little basketball.
sure.
We're talking basketball.
Oh,
Yeah.
got a basketball Jones, oh baby. Ooh.
Well, I mean, first, we probably should start with just the Olympics in general.
yeah.
I mean, because they started
Like
and
a
have had
week and a half
like
ago.
12 days since we've recorded last.
It's basically we recorded when the Olympics started, and then we haven't recorded since.
And then we're like, we can't record. The Olympics are on, but they're on in
Yeah.
the morning. Shut up.
Shut up.
Nighttime there now. Yeah. Dude, we're kind of killing it.
Kind
We
of
killed it in the, we killed it in the swimming. And Australia was like, "Oh, we're gonna get you," and we're like, "No, you're not." And China's like, "Well, we have more golds," and we're like, "Just wait.
Just wait. Like
Just
the fun stuff is coming.
We're about to start track, and gymnastics is doing things."
Yep. Gymnastics, track, basketball, volleyball.
Lost in water polo.
Yeah, that was weird.
I watched it, and then
Yeah,
I
but
was
we won in
disappointed.
cricket earlier this year, so blah.
Yeah, take that cricket.
that'll be in the Olympics next time.
Mm-hmm.
Cricket?
Yeah.
Weird.
Well, every time you have a new host, which you always do, they get to add an event or several from their country. Like we'll have flag football, we'll have cricket.
Surfing, right?
Surfing was in it this year, which that was the weirdest one because they did it in Tahiti because it's French. It's a French colony or whatever.
And that's where you go if you want to be an Olympic
Right?
athlete.
I guess they had awesome food. Like
Well, yeah, you're in Tahiti.
everybody in Paris is like, the food sucks. And everybody that's in Tahiti is like, this is fucking awesome. They stayed on a cruise ship because they didn't have a hotel. So they used that. Like,
Makes sense.
that's the move. We need to start surfing.
Laird
What
Hamilton's
else
out
have we
there
done?
with his like 400th.
We won the 100, the men's 100. Did we win the women's?
How did I missed it?
I think we got second in that.
Did Shikari win?
She got
No,
second.
she lost.
Yeah. If
I,
you're first,
want to say she
you
got
lost.
smoked a little bit.
Well, so what happened was, so before the finals, the night before they
She got high
changed.
again.
No, they changed their rules for entering through the gate that the athletes enter to enter, you had to be on your official team bus. If you didn't stay at the Olympic Village, then you had to take a private transport. Her and another one of the favorites were held outside of the track for like 2 hours before they finally let them in. They let them both in. The one chick was like 36. She was like, I don't have time to warm up. Like, I'm old. I need time to warm up. Shikari was like, I don't need to warm up. I'm just going to go. So that's why we presume she got the silver, because she didn't even fucking warm up.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cold run.
Dang.
Yeah. So a lot of people were pissed about that. We had we won in rowing, like for the first time since like 56 or something.
We're never good at rowing.
No. The people that did the triathlon had to swim in the poop river. And like all these stories are coming out, like people saying they had to swim past brown unknown objects. They didn't call it poop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I the last headline I saw was that they had delayed it because of health reasons. And is that the Seine?
Yeah.
And that one, it was weird because they're testing it's negative, or not negative, but positive for high bacteria over and over and over. And then magically the night before, they're like, oh, it's good enough.
We're good.
Yeah. And then you see video clips of people just throwing up all over afterwards. Like, oh, there was one guy, I think he was from England, that threw up 10 times.
My God.
It was amazing.
This is like it sounds like the marathon of 1908, honestly.
I don't know anything about that, but I'm going to allow it.
Well, I'll send you a video about it later. The dude who did it didn't allow any water, and like gave these dudes arsenic and made them run on like this uneven track with rocks and shit. And and then there were wild dogs that just happened upon the marathon at one point and were chasing the runners.
Jesus.
Like it is one of the wildest stories, and John Boyes has a great retelling of it, and I'll send it to you.
Did you see that chick that won the cycling? I don't know what it's called, but it's not like the one in the dome.
Not the Hippodrome?
No, it was like through streets and shit. It's kind of like the marathon.
Yeah, just like cycling.
But the U.S. won the gold in that with a chick who'd only started cycling 7 years ago because she needed something to do. She didn't want to. I can't remember what it was, but she started cycling through New York Central Park. And she didn't even
kind of fast.
She didn't even get on the team or into the event until one of the Americans dropped out, and she gets in there, and like the last mile, she catches up to the leaders and just fucking goes, and they're like, "All right, see ya." And they just kind of sat there like, "What?" She fucking killed them, and then she won another one yesterday or today. I think it was yesterday.
That kind of reminds me of when Lance Armstrong was like in the middle of winning his 6 in a row. Like they got into and at this point, because it's a happening, I'm paying close attention to the Tour de France.
Right.
And they said that he was in like 5th place. Like, oh, looks like he might struggle here to win his 4th. Then they got to the mountain region, and they said that once they got to the mountains, they just watched him disappear.
Walked him.
Yeah. It was like, okay, well, bye, Lance.
I said Nance.
Didn't Lance Armstrong have a genetic thing where he didn't get lactic acid buildup in his muscles too?
No, that's Michael Phelps.
Oh, okay.
No, he blood doped.
Yeah, he was cheating.
He was a cheater.
Okay. For some reason, for years, I thought it was Lance Armstrong that was like, he just didn't build lactic acid, and that was kind of one of his that's reasons why he's winning.
That's how Michael Phelps went all Mark Spitz on everybody.
Yeah. We had the dude from Boring, Oregon, win the shot put for the 3rd time.
Let's go.
He fucking killed it.
And didn't he win it? Didn't he set the record by like 8 inches?
Possibly. He came out there in the prelims and just threw it once. Didn't try hard. Like, he's got this special move that he's done, that he's figured out, creates more speed for his spins. He didn't even do it. He just went in there and went, threw it.
there's two kinds of shot put throwers. There's technique guys and there's power guys. And I love watching technique shot put throwers because they don't look like they have. There's no effort.
Yeah.
They just spin, and all of a sudden this 16-pound shot is going fucking 50, 60 feet.
Yeah. It's impressive.
It's crazy. Like I've done a little shot put, like not much, but enough to know that it's very, very challenging.
Tough. And he makes it look easy.
It is fun though.
Yeah.
I always wanted to try the hammer throw, but
you're a dude.
That wasn't a thing. That's a dude thing too.
Is it? I've only seen women at the collegiate level do the hammer.
Really?
They have it in the Olympics for guys.
Huh. Well, how about that?
Yep.
We won the discus, I think, for the first time that somebody won it back to back.
Mm-hmm.
And the chick, she doesn't look like huge or anything. She's just normal sized chick. She spins really fucking fast.
Yeah. Again, it's
speaking of huge chicks. How about the fucking Alana Mar?
Oh yeah, rugby.
Just fucking running people
crushed
over.
Boom.
The one match I watched was the U.S. versus Japan.
Yeah.
And as soon as she gets, what do you call the rugby ball?
A ball.
They just call it the ball? Okay. Once she gets the ball, and I'm like watching, I'm like, no one's going to stop her.
She's gone.
They don't have female sumos that are out there on the rugby pitch, field, whatever.
I think
and she's just throwing them.
Yeah.
She's got a great stiff arm.
The one that they scored to win the gold, where she ran basically the full length of the field, she's just straight up one-on-one with this girl, and it looks like the other girl just falls over.
Yeah.
Just from sheer I can't do it anymore. And then she just takes off and just trucks up the middle of the field for like the world's easiest conversion after the try.
Yeah. That wasn't her that scored the last one, but it was still, she was right next to her. And she was, yeah, it was still cool.
That was still awesome to see.
Yeah. It was, yeah.
Power.
What else have we done well in?
Volleyball. I want to talk about today's volleyball.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I got in on it in the fourth set because I got caught up doing some other stuff, and I'm like, oh shit, volleyball.
Yeah.
So I got in. It went all 5 sets. The U.S. won the first. Brazil smoked the U.S. in the second set. They had they have a couple really, really good hitters, and they were just absolutely crushing the U.S. Then the U.S. came back in the third set and whooped their ass. And then in the fourth set, Brazil was in control pretty much the entire thing. U.S.'s hitting wasn't really getting going. They were having trouble. They got roofed several times. But they started fighting back, and they ended up only losing the final set 25-22 after and they saved 3 consecutive set points. Wow. So they went into overtime, or fifth set, essentially overtime. And it was back and forth. Brazil was up early, and then the U.S. it was tied at 7, and they switched sides at 8. The U.S. went up 8-7, playing to 15. Then they ended up being up 12-8, and then they just backed and forth until the U.S. won the final set. And it was last Olympics gold medal match, and honestly, it's the 2 best nations in the world, and it's a shame that one of them is going home with a bronze.
Yeah,
it's kind of how I feel about Serbia.
Yeah, they got worked in that fourth quarter.
Yeah. But Serbia probably still deserves the silver medal. I think Serbia would beat either Germany or France.
Yeah.
So,
well, who are they playing? France and U.S. and
Germany.
Then Germany and it's Serbia. Yeah. They'll win that.
Yeah.
As long as they didn't get their fucking hopes crushed, because they were up on the U.S. the whole game today. Steph Curry comes out shooting hot, and so did Serbia.
Yeah, what was his name? Fucking Bogan Bogdanovic just decided that he was going to play the game of his life. Yeah. Probably, the most important factor of the game was getting the 4th foul on Jokic, because then he could not be as aggressive on defense.
Right, and it was funny because I was keeping track of his fouls. When he got to 3, I was like, oh shit, they're gonna have to go after him, and they didn't. And then he caught it naturally.
Yeah, because he'd been playing so much.
Yeah, he was tired.
I don't see Jokic coming off the court too often.
He came off like a minute each quarter, it seemed like.
Yeah.
It's also a 40-minute game. It's not 48 like the NBA.
Right. So you're still getting more rest.
I'm surprised how tight the US rotation is.
Well, so did you notice that Drew Holiday didn't play in the fourth quarter? Like he was rotating all the time.
He hit that 3.
He didn't play at the last part. At least
no, he was offense defense with Steph.
Gotcha. Yeah, that was, man. But yeah, we were down the whole game.
17
as much as
most.
17, yep. Down 11 at half. And like ESPN posted a thing. I was just reading the comments before we got on here. All these people are like, oh, they deserve to lose. LeBron's like all this shit. And I'm like, you fucking guys, just go to Canada.
Yeah, they only have 1 MVP. We've got like 6.
At one point, there were 5 MVPs on the court, and one of them was on the other team. I was like, this is kind of awesome.
That's crazy. So let's Durant, Steph, Embiid, LeBron.
Yeah.
And then Jokic. That's crazy. And then the other guy on the court was like Devin Booker.
Yeah. Yep. Who at one point could have probably won it, but it was a Booker or a Jokic season.
Yeah. Yeah, Booker, and he got overshadowed a little bit by Chris Paul. But so they like it was one of the most frustrating games in the world to watch because like every time the US would go on a run, like the Serbia would just come down and hit just this gutter 3.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, God. Then they hit a 4-point play. And that's when I threw my hands in the air and hit him with the old Jake curse. I said, this game's over.
Yeah.
And then someone sent me a text and said, it's like a 9-point game. I'm like, no shit. I tuned in. Suddenly it's a 5-point game.
Yeah.
Like, oh, interest.
We got within 5 a couple times.
Yeah. And then we got within 5, and then they push it back to 11. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah.
And then the Serbians, I think it was Bogdanovic, did the absolute worst thing you can do on a basketball court. He hit LeBron James in the face.
I was gonna say you poked the bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. He man.
I'm not saying that I don't think LeBron was bleeding, but I think he got less of a graze wound than Trump did.
Oh, I mean, probably because.
But he wanted to have the Band-Aid on there, so everybody saw that he was out there with the battle wound. Psychological warfare.
Yeah. Who was it that said, do they not make bandages in African American colors?
That was me.
Oh, okay.
I legitimately want to know that.
And I like, it's been in my head all day. I'm like, somebody should email Band-Aid. Like,
oh, they do.
Well,
why don't they have them?
They don't. You don't widely see them, but they have them, and they call them the our color or something like our color Band-Aids. It's one of those like very, very obvious like virtue signaling kind of thing where they're just like, it's our color, guys. It's our color.
To that extent, I agree with you, but I do think it's kind of fucked up that all the Band-Aids are like white people colored.
Yes.
Or at least just make them fun,
white?
Like red, white, and blue.
Or dude, black. That'd be cool. Put an American flag on your face.
That would be cool.
I'd wear a black Band-Aid.
There's probably some international rule that says it has to be that color.
Probably.
That's
dumb.
There's so many stupid rules, and those refs were fucking garbage. They were bad.
Straight from the Pac-12.
And that was another thing I thought of the other day. We only have to play with Pac-12 refs one game this year.
And it's going to be in the worst place in the world.
Well, yeah.
I triggered a bunch of people. I said, man, they posted the schedule, or some Beaver fuckers posted, Oregon's coming to whatever, and I'm like, man, I thought I was never going to have to go to Corvallis again. Oh, you don't have to come. I'm like, yeah, I do. I have to talk to you about it.
You guys need to hear me.
You guys need to hear me. If you don't hear me, you won't get the full experience. And
Right.
if you don't get the full experience, then I can't enjoy myself.
And I'm bringing a backpack, so be ready.
This is for you.
And me.
That's like the only downside of that game is that there's no like real tailgate to go to.
Yeah. Maybe you can find the coaches' wives.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I know where they are.
Where are they?
Well, they're over on the other side of Gill Coliseum.
Oh. I wrote down this is for you and me.
And that's pretty good. That's pretty good. But yeah, LeBron, Steph, and Kevin Durant basically decided that they were going to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and Joel Embiid.
He went at Jokic once he got that fourth foul.
When he hit the dunk on the baseline.
Oh my God.
It was right after you said, like, do we have any points in the paint? He hit that dunk and it ignited him. And
yeah.
It reminded me in a way of the Russian crowd in Rocky IV. How they were like super anti-Rocky in the beginning, but like by the end of the game, like you heard the USA chants.
Yeah.
And like they were cheering Embiid when he'd been getting booed the entire game because he was killing them.
Not just the whole game, it's been the whole Olympics. He's been getting booed. And the last game or 2 games ago, he did the whole fucking crotch chop thing. That was hilarious. And they're still booing him. It was awesome. But that dunk, man, he looked at the guy and he's like, I'm dunking on you still. Boom, dunks it. And then falls in the most awkward, uninjured way.
Dude, like this, here's a good question. What's the time you saw a guy that you were certain was going to end his career on the play and then got up and was completely fine?
That was one of them.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple people hang on the rim and fall.
Oh, that's the worst.
Those are bad.
You may or may not remember this. I think it was 2009 against Arizona State. The quarterback hit the running back in the flat, and when he planted his leg, his entire weight went down on, and you see his knee just like buckle.
Yeah.
And he goes down, and I'm like, well, he's dead. That man is dead. And then he just gets up and tosses the ball to the ref and goes running back to the I'm like
what
is he? Does he have antelope legs? What is going on here?
It's that Charlie Sheen alien movie.
Oh yeah,
they were not Pharaoh Brown legs.
No.
Oh.
By the way, you guys probably got the same previews I did. Is it weird to have the Alien preview before Deadpool, especially a Red Band? I was not ready for a horror movie trailer going into Deadpool.
Yeah, I wasn't. I don't know. I'd seen it before, so I wasn't too worried because I watched previews. So
right.
Oh yeah, I totally missed out on a good one when the second time Robin went and I went and watched it. Robin was getting popcorn, and the Gladiator 2 came out. The trailer's playing, and then as soon as the trailers over, the guy says, "There's gonna be another one," and I should have said it, but I was like, "That's what 2 means."
He waited until I got back and told me, and again, laughing when there's nothing to laugh at.
Yeah, and I'm just like, it was one of those things where it came just too late, where it would have sounded weird to say it by the time I thought of it.
Yeah,
I was like, it's been too long.
It's like I was at PAX one year, and they were advertising the game Yokai Watch 2. I'm standing there at the booth, I'm looking up at the banner, and I'm like, Yokai Watch 2, huh? Like, yeah. The way you say that leads me to believe that there was a Yokai Watch 1. He was not pleased with me.
Nerds.
It's like 2. I didn't even know 1 was a thing.
I didn't even know he was sick.
Oh, shit.
Is that like also?
Yes. TOO.
That's the second Deadpool should have been Deadpool also.
Deadpool also.
That would have been good.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all those little shitty bars that you see in small towns that are called like the Keg 2.
Right.
Like what happened to the Keg 1?
Or it's TOO. It's like we're also the Keg.
It's like on Letterkenny.
Yeah.
Modine's
3.
Yeah. Like where's the other one?
Burning down.
Burnt down.
Burnt down.
Oh hey, I got an Xbox.
Oh yeah.
Where's yours, Dave?
So about that.
They
may have bought
updated.
something today.
What, did you really?
And it's not. No, I'm joking.
Again, nobody would have been surprised.
No.
And they updated the uniforms, so the Ducks have the new uniforms.
Nice.
They look fucking good.
So, are you able? When you were playing before, what were you playing on PS5? Like, explain what was going on with you being on PS5.
Who?
You. Because it said like cross-platform, like we couldn't be in the same dynasty. Why?
It just wouldn't let me, and then I think I can do it now because they updated it. But I'll have to check.
That was weird. We'll try again. I think I need to redo it because I'm not getting that one. Kind of died.
Oh, I will be getting one though. Something happens. So kid from one of my classes. So you know the Beaver research I'm going to be doing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Looking for chicks. So you know that a kid from my classes sends me an ODFW internship application.
Yeah.
Working Department of Fish and Wildlife for the uninitiated.
Oh, yep. And then he says, "Hey, did you apply for this already, or is this what you're doing?" I said, "Wait, they're paying them?"
Oh shit.
Because there was no application process. It was basically handed to me like, "Hey, do you want to do this project?"
Right.
Yeah. And in my head, I'm like, I'm going for straight, what's the word? Experience. You know what I mean? I'm like, that's going to be my pay. I get to throw something. It's a 4-state entity research project that I get to throw on a resume. Looks really good.
You're a volunteer.
Yeah. And I was like, they're paying them? So I'm like, that's fucking dumb. So we have a meeting the very next day, and I bring it up to the ODFW lady who's in charge, and I says, "Hey, I saw something about an internship for this beaver enhancement research," and she says, "Oh yeah, we were actually just talking about that. If we would have known that was a thing, we would have had you apply for it." And I says, "Oh, okay." I was like, "Well, I mean, at least I was like, they're getting paid for it," and she's like, "Oh no, you're getting paid," and I was like, "I am." She's like, and she gets her phone out real quick. She's like, "You're actually going to be making more than they do."
Yeah.
You're like, well, you know how I came in here to complain.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I retract my previous statement.
Mm-hmm. And then there were some other people there. Again, me thinking what I'm doing is just volunteering. I'm there to help. And she's introducing me to some other higher ups in the organization. And she's like, "Oh, this is
our Beaver lead."
Yeah. Basically, he's like, this is David. He's going to be our team 2 lead. And I was like,
nailed it. Actually,
I am the lead on it. And she's like, "Yeah, so you'll be making even more money." And I was like,
have a bigger bite.
Yeah, like
I just
Xbox,
wrote down
what's up?
Another possible title: Dave, Beaver leader.
Beaver
lead.
No, leader. It's funny.
No, Beaver leader.
Well, speaking of Beaver, we kind of beat around the bush enough.
Dave, you need to make a shirt.
Oh shit! I forgot.
Beaver leader.
Green and yellow, obviously.
Green and yellow, yeah.
You also just need a shirt that says Giardia.
Oh.
So I was at the Ren Fair again this weekend, as I have been every weekend for the last 7 years, and this week I got by something I was in no way, shape, or form prepared for.
Was it a midget?
No.
Oh.
It was 2 midgets.
Were they like in costume?
Yes, they were dressed as dwarves.
Oh, of course they were. What else could they be?
So I'm sitting there in the tent, keeping the ledger as I do.
And they came out of the ground.
Nope. Will you let me tell the damn story? and I think, oh man, I've been drinking a lot of water, and it's time for me to go use the facilities. So I get up and I go pee. Everything's fine and dandy. I come back. I've been gone as long as it takes me to walk about 100 yards, pee, and walk back.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen everything. I've seen everything coming and going. There's not very much that's getting by me. I walk in the tent, and right in the middle of the tent is I assume husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend, they're an item, set of dwarves.
I mean, who else are they going to be with?
And I speed walk through the store, get to the back tent, and Fortunately, we had all of our camping stuff, so I shoved my face in a pillow and giggled uncontrollably. And then, as this happens every time around somebody new, I have to explain that this is what happens whenever I see little people, and I can't help it. It's like I can't. There's nothing I can do. I'm getting better. I don't laugh as long.
Did you ask him where the other 5 were?
No. I try not to talk to them.
Oh, what's gonna happen one day? You go to apply for a new job, and there's a little person sitting there behind the desk.
I'm gonna be.
You just turn around and leave.
I'm
Like,
gonna.
I'm sorry, I'm in the wrong place.
I'm gonna walk in and be like, oh, I forgot my keys, and then walk back out to the car, and then take a deep breath, remember that there's a little person inside, and then re-enter the building.
Robin and I did find a website for your birthday.
Oh yeah, we forgot about it. No, we missed it.
Oh no, there's another one. I didn't talk to you about this.
No.
The dwarfmyparty.com. Where
midget strippers.
You can hire midgets to show to a party, and one of the things they have is the Velcro suit throw them at a target thing.
Oh, can we get them for tailgating?
Right.
That would be so much fun.
It would be awesome.
Be like, hey, party midget.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. Hey, this reminds me of a time when I was hanging out in Moldova with like 3 or 4 different midgets. And we decided we were going to go drop in on this half pipe. And if you've never seen a midget drop in on a half pipe, dude, well, sorry. It's hilarious, bro, because they just go ass over tea kettle, just all legs and assholes flailing all over the place, bro.
There's a little too much Jake in there with the ass over tea kettle thing, but other than that,
I thought that'd
be
good. Something he might say.
No, but the assholes thing was definitely it. Like, that was pretty good.
Elbows and assholes.
Yeah. That's a Steve-O thing.
It's all elbows and assholes, dude.
Oh God.
Where was the Ren Fair?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Ren Fair is outside Monroe.
Not Oregon?
Not Oregon, Washington.
Oh, really?
It's Monroe, Oregon. Monroe, Washington. Spelled the same.
Spelled the same. Huh. It's how I'm not sure if that's even how they're differentiated, but that's how I differentiate them. If
that makes sense to me.
Monroe, I'm talking about Monroe. I'm talking about Monroe. It's up here.
Yep. Okay. I mean, I worked there for 5 years, so.
It's a fairly new fair.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it's like the midsummer deal, and it's
Night's Dream.
Yeah, something like that. And I expected a little bit more out of the after party. You kind of expect these people to let their hair down a little bit and see some crazy shit, but I haven't really seen any real crazy shit.
Really?
I saw some people blow some fire, and that's cool.
I can do that.
But like, yeah, right? Like after you've seen a guy blow a big fireball, it's like, okay, what's he gonna do next? Blow an even bigger fireball.
Oh, he's gonna suck it back in.
That would be, if he did that, I would be impressed.
Whoa!
And then he burps and a little smoke comes out.
Dude, that would be amazing. That'd be how you'd have to end your show every time.
That would be pretty rad.
But yeah, but one of the worst things in the world is a nerd with a modicum of power.
Oh yeah. Although most people with power are pretty shitty.
Yeah, fair. But in this sense, everyone has to wear a badge around their neck or attached to their clothing in one way, shape, or form to demonstrate that you belong there after hours, that you belong there in general, that you can get in and out through the service gate, all these things. To get onto the property, you have to go through a security checkpoint where there are people sitting there going, hey, do you have your badge? And it's flailing around. I've had people ask me, because it was backwards, they say, would you mind turning that around for me? Like, yeah, I guess so. Like, we just don't know that it's not last year's badge. Like, are you high? Like, is this a thing that happens? Like, are you?
Who is saving their badge from last year to fucking skip out on things? Like, come on.
And the merchant badges are free anyway. Like if you have the password, like I signed up Jen and Nolan to come for whatever weekend because I knew the password and they got in for free.
There you go.
Excelsior.
But I'm out. I'm sleeping in the Suburban, and I have to make about a quarter-mile walk into the tent because I decided I'm very thirsty and I want my coconut water that I got. So I go walking in. I get past the first initial security checkpoint. Hey, do you have your badge? Yes, I do. All right, have a good night. I walk through the well-lit food area, and I have two instances of this happening. The first time, I walk not 6 feet past a security guard. So I'm not exactly Solid Snake here. You know, like I'm not exactly trying to stealth my way through this fair.
You're not sneaking in anywhere.
Yeah, and the guy looks at me, he's like, "Hey, do you have your badge?" I'm like, "Bro, I'm like halfway in. I'm halfway in. Like, how do you think I got in?" And so the night before that, I'm just kind of walking around. I can't quite get to sleep, and so I walk over. There's a D&D tent where they play into the wee hours of the morning. And so I decide, hey, fuck it. I'm going to go watch some nerds play D&D because I'm interested. I kind of like it, and I wish I had friends to play with. So I'm watching, and I'm headed over to the tent. I've got my headphones in because I'm listening to music or a podcast or something, and they're sound canceling. So I literally only hear my music. And I finally hear, hey! And I turn around, and there's a security guard, like cop walking towards me. And so I take my headphone out. I'm like, what? Because, again, I'm in the fair.
Yeah.
I'm there now. I'm in the building. He's like, you didn't hear me? I'm like, no, motherfucker. I got my headphones in. I don't give a fuck about you. What do you want? You have your badge? Yes, I've got my badge. Go away. No one asked for you.
Do you have yours?
You have yours? That's what I'm gonna start asking him. I'm gonna start asking him. Do you have yours? Stupid sons of bitches.
In my head, I keep waiting for you because you're at a Ren Fair and it's a bunch of nerds. In my head, someone's like, "Halt, you scallywag!"
Man, I had to code switch with an autistic kid who came in.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, he came in and he was like, good morrow, my lord, do you have blah, 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 blah. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I'm going to...
Who the fuck said that?
Right. It took a second for my brain to click over to realize that he's trying to speak Elizabethan to me. I'm like, all right, hang on. Shakespeare brain, go.
Does mother know you use thy curtains? Does mother know you use thy curtains?
Oh my god. No, but I talked to the kid and like I gave him the whole spiel in Elizabethan and whatever, and I finished and he walks out of the tent. Next person comes up to me and they're like, "Good morrow." I'm like, "Hi, what do you need?"
Dave, if we ever go, we gotta go just be Hodor and just Hodor everything.
That would be hilarious.
Right?
People would love it.
Hodor. I'm gonna say Whoredor to every chick though.
Whoredor.
Yeah, I'm Hodor. This is Whoredor.
And my other brother Whoredor.
He's got 4 doors.
4 doors for more whores.
Oh, 4 doors for more Whoredoors.
For more, yeah.
4 doors.
Writing that down.
Whoredoors.
Dave's dying.
I can't even write it. I'm laughing too much.
That's up there with. I got the stow and go for stow and hose.
Oh, God.
We should go to the Ren Fair next year.
We should.
I've always wanted to go to one.
There's one in Oregon. I'll probably be at that one too, as long as it's not during fucking football season.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Yeah, my mom was like, "Hey, the Celtic Fair is coming up." I'm like, "When is it?" She's like, Nope.
It's
Sorry.
weekend during the football season? No.
We have one down here, the Celtic Highland Games. I'm pretty sure it's during football season.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Highland Games are fun.
I did because I got an invite from a bear wench At least that's what she says she does during it.
So this is a dude?
No, big old.
Oh, I thought you said a bear. I thought you said a bear winch.
I heard him say that too.
Oh, beer winch.
There we go. All right.
And
she has some big old titty.
She invited me last year, and she showed me what she was wearing, and I was like, "Oh, damn, when is this?" And she said, and I was like, "Not gonna make it."
Sorry, I'm busy that season.
I'm busy all of those weekends. I didn't tell you which weekend. I don't care.
Yeah.
I know.
Either I'm at a football game or I'm watching football. I'm sorry. That's. You want to do something? There's Sunday.
Unless I've been dating you, I don't date during football season. I will start after.
Fair.
It's like anti-cuffing season.
Yeah.
It's like uncuffing season.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom season is what
if you already locked me down well beforehand, okay.
I don't have a choice.
Yeah, but if not.
He was like, hey, just don't expect to see a lot of me from September to late November.
Mm-hmm. And depending on the run, into January.
We have 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
I thought of that today, and I was like, "Oh man, that's not very much time now."
That's not very much time.
It goes from there's too much time to that's not enough time.
And there's no in between.
No.
Yeah. At no point are you like, this is an appropriate time to begin planning.
Like, no, yeah, 29 and 28 days. There's like a gap of several minutes when I should be sleeping. That's just the right amount of time.
Right there. That's when you
should have gotten
started.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck, it's too late. Gone too far.
Now we're behind. Now we're gonna show up the first week. We're not gonna have shit.
Yeah. Except I found my tailgating list today, so I'm ready.
I got to start putting together my go bag. All right. Apparently, Dave's getting his go bag right now.
He's like, I'm getting ready. I got to go. I think
he's like, it's football season.
I think he said he had to shit, but it's hard to tell because we were talking.
Yeah. Well.
Like it was like, rah, 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 got a shit. Rah, rah, rah. What? He's got a shit.
He's got a shit.
Well, he shipped his pants.
Old shitting Dave. Dude, that was one of the greatest commercials.
Shitting Dave.
It's one of the greatest commercials.
It was. And to think it came from fucking Kmart.
Kmart of all people.
Of all the places. That was a good one.
How did Kmart fail? Like, how did Kmart fail and Target succeed? Because they were the same damn thing.
Poor advertising.
Really?
Only thing I can think of. Poor advertising. And Target also set themselves up as a newer brand. And Kmart was just like, oh, we brought back the blue light special. No one cares.
Right.
Blue light specials worked when you didn't have ads and the internet. Now it's just silly.
Yeah. Oh, surprise. A thing you didn't want is on sale.
Cool. Do I need it? No.
Nope.
All right. See ya.
Guess I'm not buying it.
You guys still have ices?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Bye.
So we've talked around it a little bit. We should talk about it.
Talk about it.
Deadpool.
Be about it.
Yeah, talk about it. Be about it.
Yeah.
Look good, feel good, play good. Deadpool 3 has come out. Everyone has seen it.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, that's right. Deadpool and Wolverine. Beg your pardon.
There is no Deadpool 3.
There is no spin.
Oh, there is.
There is no Pat, only Zool.
Do you want me to get my notes back out? Because I got notes.
Let's hear your notes while you're.
I'm gonna read them instead of
expound upon
what
them.
we did last night. Yeah, because we already went through them, and I'll patch it in somewhere in here. So this will probably be an extra long episode.
That, or you could just put it up on YouTube. We could do a whole special of Dave and I could put it up on the podcast, dude. Just Dave and Robin talk Deadpool.
Could do that, yeah.
Like as a make good for missing last week, I think we could do that. That'd make a lot of sense.
Okay, we'll do that. So it won't be episode 337. It'll just be the Dave and Robin, Deadpool. Mm-hmm. Okay, opening credits, great deaths, great soundtrack. Power of Love is in it. If This Is It's in it. Lady in Red. It's a Damn Cold Night. I'll Be Seeing You in All the Old Familiar Places. Turn the Radio Up. Make Me Lose Control. Edwin McCain. Then the Logan search. You got Short Logan. Escape from New York, which we talked about, is not Escape from New York, but it's another comic book one. Patch, which was awesome. Henry Cavill, Brown Suit, and Hulk.
Yep.
On the Cross and Old Man Logan.
On the Cross was so rad.
It was pretty cool.
They brought that to life so well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mountain of skulls and bones and
that was awesome.
And these are all notes I wrote in the movie theater. Like I did it as the movie's going because we did watch it twice. Thunder Cunt. I wrote that because that's the only time I've ever heard it other than Blade, and Ryan Reynolds also said it. Baby Knife, which was hilarious. The Flame On scene, that was awesome. Furiosa, not my favorite Chris. I'm Telling Blake. Did you catch that?
No, I missed that one.
So, after their first fight at Cassandra Nova's place, which is Ant-Man, they jump on that boot thing and fly up, and they land on the hill, and when they roll or whatever, he's like, I can't remember how he says it, but like Wolverine is pissed, and he's like, I'm pulling it out, and he's like, what? No, my knife or whatever. And he's like, I'm telling Blake. And I was like, oh my God, that's so good. It was so quick and quiet that most people missed it. Then Fuck That Liver, the Coexist bumper sticker, Educated Wish, Car Fight, the Honda Odyssey fucks hard, Truthful Timmy, the blowjob queen of Saskatoon. There's an Enya box set, Mr. PG-13 except the last one, Marvel Sparkle Circle, Uzi Time Baby, Tiny Arm Bow, and then I wrote down I Farted Story. Now, I Farted Story is not in the movie.
Oh, okay.
But when Dave and I are watching the movie, you know that scene where Cassandra is in Logan's head and it's all super quiet? We're sitting there and there's like this 4 or 5-year-old kid sitting behind us with his dad, and and then he goes, I farted. And everybody fucking laughs because it was just so quiet. It was perfect. Nobody got mad.
Yeah, because it was like super loud, real quiet, real quick, and then and at first I was pissed because I thought it was just some dude being a douchebag. Right. And then you hear the little kid, I farted. And everyone's like, yeah.
Yeah, kid fart.
Oh, it was so good. Yeah, so tell us what you thought.
I like it a lot more now than initially when I saw it. I was kind of grumpy when I saw it to begin with, which is, never a good way to go see a movie anyway. But
that's fair.
I liked it. I liked the fight scenes. They were all awesome. I just had to throw the story out just completely because it made very little sense structurally to me. It's like, okay, well, we pulled you out of this timeline to put you in this timeline that doesn't exist yet, but we put you here, and now you're here, and now that guy's dead, so you need another guy, and now we put him in there, but it doesn't matter because it almost seemed like they were going meta to make fun of the TVA and like how far they went with Marvel. Mm-hmm. It almost seemed like they were poking fun at it, but it also seemed like it was very important exposition at the same time.
Right.
So I was like, so are we having fun or are we telling a story? I got a little confused.
I think it was both.
Yeah, because he does mention in the show multiple times. He's like, don't you think especially when all the Deadpool Corps comes out, he's like, hey, don't you think we should call it, this whole multiverse thing is getting a little out of hand.
Fair enough.
Like he calls it a couple times.
Like I should probably watch it again to judge it a little more fairly, but I think we haven't even talked about Channing Tatum as Gambit.
No, I was coming back to it when you.
I absolutely loved Gambit, Tatum's Gambit. Mm-hmm. They call him the Gambit. What'd you say? They call me the Gambit.
I haven't
Do
seen
they,
Sling
or
Blade
did you really, really, really want them to?
When Blade showed up, that was arms in the air. I was fucking Stone Cold just showed up at WrestleMania. Like, I was excited to be there.
I do enjoy that they slipped in the motherfuckers always trying to ice skate uphill line, because that was one of my favorite lines from the original Blade trilogy.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers always trying to skate uphill.
It's
It's hard to do.
Go ahead. I'm just thinking.
I'm trying to think too. Yeah, I didn't really like Cassandra as a villain.
I thought she was different enough that it was cool. Like the fact that she says she can read your mind, but she has to be in there. Like I thought that whole thing, and the
that
hands,
was very
the visuals for that were fucking trippy. It was so good when she's moving her fingers under that dude's skin. Paradox.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa,
That's
fucking cool.
Or like her fingers come out through the eye holes.
That
was yeah.
And
awesome.
And the way they did it, they also shifted the eyeball. Like if something was, because the second watch through, I was looking for that.
Yeah.
Because it was so quick, I didn't notice it the first time. But when her fingers come out of his eyeballs, his eyes are actually shifted, like there's pressure on there.
Ugh.
And I was just like, oh, okay, yep, even better.
Yeah.
So you're like, this isn't just psychological; it's also incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Right.
There's some physical
there's some
discomfort going on here.
Yeah. Ugh.
Brown suit.
Good.
I saw a meme about it, but it said brown suit Wolverine really just demonstrated that the simple costume is better.
Kinda, yeah.
Like
although I enjoyed having the yellow and blue a lot.
Oh, yellow and blue was awesome.
Yeah. And then when he finally puts the hood over, have you been waiting this whole time?
And where did the hood come from?
Yeah, right?
He's got those little blowjob handles on it.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good. I liked it.
I'll see it again.
I'll probably see it again. I probably will not see it in theaters.
I will, because I can't wait.
No.
Too impatient.
I've already almost gone a couple times this week just because I was in Roseburg.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? I'll go see a movie.
Yeah.
What time is it? Yeah.
What movie did I do that with? Oh, so Chuck Palahniuk, the author of Fight Club, wrote. He had another one of his books turned into a movie called Choke.
Oh,
and yeah, it was in the theaters for like 6 weeks, and it bombed because nobody gave a fuck about Choke because it doesn't have the social commentary and nuance of Fight Club.
Right.
It's just about a guy who chokes on his food and then gets people to send him money because they save his life. Pretty interesting story, but like I was in Seattle. I was here just kind of fiddle fucking around, and I was downtown. Like, well, I'm bored. What's going on? I'm near a theater. I'll go see a movie. Why not? And so I just like walked into the theater to go see a movie that I was like, oh, this is a movie from a book I read that I liked. And I got all mad because I hated the movie and it sucked.
Right.
I would say going to the movies is like my second favorite thing to do besides going to duck games.
Yeah.
Movies are fun.
I love the popcorn and dots because I bring in dots.
You bring in dots. Dippin' dots?
He always
regular dots.
Hey, I've got dots. Thanks, Robin. I don't like
Dave's
dots.
Like, oh, okay. I didn't know.
and it's every movie. It really is every single movie.
You want some dots?
Hey, I got some dots. No, I don't want it.
I got licorice too.
Yeah, no, I don't want to chew for 7 days.
Yeah, like I'll take a licorice or just one though. All right.
And I give him like 4 of them.
Yeah, I'm like,
hey, you got any more licorice?
But then we just sit there and we play drums with our licorice. Like we are the people that get complained about in movies. I know it.
Oh my god.
Because we do. We're up there. We're having fun.
Yep. That reminded me. So there was that Dane Cook line. He talks about he's always wanted to say it in the movie theater. Like somebody steps in something sticky and he just wants to go, I just came. Like I used that at Summerfest. What was that, last 2 weekends ago?
Yeah, you did. When we were watching the fireworks.
No, we were walking up. It was before the fireworks. And some chick said something about, oh, I stepped in something. It was sticky. And I was like, I just came. Just kept walking the other way. Oh, it was awesome. I loved it.
I loved it. It was good.
Hey, you want to hear my short story?
Sure.
So last week, I'm laying here in bed getting ready to sleep. And I was like, oh, man, the guts are bubbling. I better go to the bathroom.
Guts.
And my dad goes into the bathroom right before me, and I'm like, God damn it. All right, well, I'm gonna at least fart. Squirt down my fucking leg. I'm like, no. And it was like, you know that salsa verde?
Yep.
Like that. It looked like that.
Ooh.
And I'm like, I hear him fucking plop the toilet seat down, and he's gonna be there a while.
You're like, no.
It's like 1 a.m. I go out the fucking living room, grab some paper towels, wipe my ass off, and then like I still have disgusting clothes on because I'm like, well, I could have changed, but I'm not gonna get another set of clothes dirty.
And on top of that, you have to shit.
And I really had to shit. Not as much because I just let some of the pressure off, but god damn it. Fucking it sucked. And that's like I've never had shit run down my leg since I can remember. I'm sure it happened when I was a baby. That was a first. I was like, come on, man.
Come
like,
on.
Like literally, if I would have got up
circle.
5 seconds earlier, I would have been fine.
Right. If your guts had bubbled just 10 seconds sooner.
One more bubble a little quicker. I'd have been like, oh, time to go.
I'm saving. I'm posting on the Instagram just a jar of Herdez salsa verde. and people who are listening and are on our Instagram see it.
People watching on YouTube or listening, I'm sorry.
Don't be. This is funny. I like it.
Yes.
No context. Funny. I'm just hit the deal.
I did.
Oh, I couldn't hear it.
I've got like fat people feet still.
What?
I told you about my legs swelling up after I got sick.
I pictured you bought like a pair of those shoes that are shaped like hobbit feet, and you were like wearing them around the house and shit. You're like, I got these fat people feet. They're fucking awesome.
Hey, check it out, fat people feet. It's like a fat.
No, like when you go to suit. When you go to Walmart and you see the lady that's on the scooter.
I know a lady on a scooter.
Yeah.
Brendan!
Just imagine her ankles and feet. That's what my left foot looks like right now. Because it's
just a straight line from the knee to the foot.
Yeah, pretty much like I've got no ankle.
Do some Epsom salt soaking.
Mm-hmm.
Do some less fat shit.
Don't you know about diffusion, science boy?
Yeah, come on, Beaver Lee.
Figure it out.
I gotta go buy some.
Fucking Giardia boy.
Fucking Giardia. Captain Giardia over here.
And it itches. Because the skin's all stretched out.
It could be a tumor.
Yeah. Well, also, so I got blood work done yesterday because I have an appointment next Friday.
Does your blood work?
Blood does work.
Oh, okay.
And then they call me today, and they just leave a message. They're just like, hey, when you get a chance, can you give us a call?
No, don't ever say that.
Yeah, I was like, what? Never have they called me and left me a message after my blood work before a appointment. Usually they wait for the appointment.
This looks like salsa verde. It's weird.
Yeah. So I'm like, I'm at work. I'm like, hold on, I need to make a phone call real quick.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, what's wrong with my blood that's new, right? And she's like, yeah, so it turns out, your thyroid's a little hyperactive right now. I'm like, good.
Good.
And but everything else is fine. I'm like, there's nothing wrong, nothing else wrong.
Called me to tell me nothing's wrong.
Good. And I was like, you called to tell. Okay, thanks. She's like, well, I guess we'll see you next Friday. And I was like, yeah.
Maybe. Kind of seems like it's pointless now.
Yeah. I feel like, because I got to go in and. So this is.
Let's talk about my blood pressure next week.
Yeah. This is the other dumb thing. I have to go see the doctor so that I can get refills on the medication we all already know I need.
Yeah. I have the same type of appointment on Monday.
So instead of just saying, here's some new scripts, come in real quick so I can look at you and say, yep, you need these scripts.
Bill your insurance.
Yeah.
The most frustrating thing, and the difference between the Oregon, Washington medical professionals is in Oregon, to get someone to give me a diagnosis for my skin, I have to go to a general practice doctor who has to refer me to a specialist who has to diagnose me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In Washington, anyone with letters after the name can diagnose an illness.
Yep.
Or if you tell them, look, I have an illness, they go, oh, you sure do.
You sure do.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing I noticed about Washington. I went straight to a dermatologist and set an appointment.
Yep.
I didn't have to go see someone like you just said. Like that blew my mind when I was living up there, because I was like, man, I need something for my psoriasis, but I don't want to go see a regular doctor, then go see another doctor, just see another doctor.
Exactly.
And then I was like, let me try something.
So when
That's
I went
the biggest reason I don't get shit fixed.
yeah, they gave the most convoluted conversation when I went in there. They're like, so you're not seeing the dermatologist today? I'm like, what? Like, I didn't set a schedule with the dermatologist. All I need is a medication, bro. And like, I could see the person like unclench as I said this, because they were certain I was about to blow up and motherfuck them for everything they were worth. I'm like, no, I just need someone to look at me and go, yeah, here's a prescription. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, he'll be in a minute.
Yeah. I will tell you what I need.
Continues.
But these people, they could have been anywhere in the world, but they're here with us. We appreciate that. We got to make good coming for you guys. Robin and Dave talk about Deadpool for making up for last week due to sickness and sadness. Make sure you're watching us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. I see you guys looking at us on Facebook. I seen it. So I appreciate that. I appreciate the love. So for this episode, this edition of my show,
until we meet again.
Good night, universe.
Good X.
Make sure to go and check out definitelynotsellingdrugs.com.